Hello, this is this. And yeah, I haven't made a video in quite a while. Mainly because it's been a slow news day, and I pretty much suspect the rest of this month is going to be pretty slow. Mainly because, well, what else? The PS4 and the Xbox 360 are coming out in November. Next month is October, and the month after October is November. So, yeah, we're technically 1 month away. Yeah, I know there's still 1 week left in this month, and technically that would make it 1 month and 3 weeks. I'm sorry, 2 weeks uh, away, mainly because. And I'm not going to count this month anymore. Why? Because we're only 1 month, 1 month, 1 week away from this month ending. So September's pretty much over with. It's done. Put a fork in it, it's already cooked. It's only got like what 8 more days, and then it's pretty much over with. And as I said, mostly I talk about other tech news, but the main reason why I haven't talked about anything Apple or Microsoft, well, I talked a lot about Microsoft, but Apple related is quite simply it's the new gaming consoles are coming out, and it's huge news. And of course, you got the wonderful clusterfucks that came from Microsoft. Oh, the clusterfucks. I mean, it was just all over the place. It was just incredible. And yeah, Microsoft's making up for a lot of that, but yeah. Oh, yeah. So don't be surprised for my next couple of videos, in the month of October. Of course, I'm going to talk about video games, and probably until the end of the year. Why? New gaming consoles are coming out, and that's what's going to be on the big news on the tech market. And speaking of Apple, their new OS came out, iOS 7. And for the most part, I like it. I think that iOS 7 is a great operating system upgrade. I have my nicks and little nitpicks about this, though. As for the icon changes, I'm glad they did it because it was about time for Apple to change up their, iOS image and make, something good. And with iOS 7, the new icons look fantastic. One of my major nitpicks, and this doesn't make discourage me from iOS at all, but why does it look like Google's Android so much? I mean, if I would put a Google Android and the new iOS 7 side by side together, I would not be able to tell the two apart. And by the way, I have the my iPod Touch, and I was able to get Google iOS 7 to run on there. Not Google iOS 7. And for the most part, I like it. I really do like the new operating system and the new functionalities. But did they really have to adopt so much of Google's look on there? I mean, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against Android. I'm planning on trying to get an Android device and failing miserably in just about every way. But yeah, Apple. Word of advice: don't completely and utterly duplicate your competitors. You're beginning to act like you want to be like them. Yes, the new iOS 7 is nice and the new interface is great. But did you really have to make it act so much like Android? Seriously? I mean, it's getting to a point. I mean, it's not there yet, but it's getting to a point where I would be unable to tell an iOS device from a Google Android device. And that's not a good thing. The other nitpick, and this is one that's been getting to a lot of customers, is that certain elements of the iOS 7 seems to be, how can I say, rushed. And what do I mean rushed? I mean, like, some applications work the way they're supposed to, and other certain things are a complete clusterfuck that you can literally see it from fucking space in every goddamn ounce of the word. What do I mean? Well, first of all, I'm glad that they had animated backgrounds and the whole 3D background, even though it's overkill, in my opinion. But here's the thing. If you keep thumbing through those backgrounds, it's going to crash on you. I mean, it's in the setting application, go into the settings application, and keep thumbing through the backgrounds, it crashes. And I checked to see if I was the only one who was having this problem, and I wasn't. In fact, lots of people have been complaining about about going into settings and then going into the background and just thumbing through all the backgrounds and staying there for a while, and then the whole application crashes. And it's been doing it a lot. And I don't know what the fuck was going on with Apple. I mean, I've never seen them just come out with an application within their new operating system that just keeps constantly crashing like this. It's bad, Apple. It's really doesn't make any sense. Everything else, well, for the most part, works out. And yeah, I've seen some reviews where some people have said it feels a little rushed, and I kind of have to agree with them. I think the OS was a little rushed out into market. I don't know why Apple had to push for this and this whole new design in such a way in getting everything rushed. And yeah, the files take up bigger stuff. You can add more shit to your files, which you could have already. The files as they were already added some, but now they added even more for just to make people pull their hair out of their heads just even faster because there's some you have to rearrange your files because the new filing system took up even more room. But you know what? Here's another OS operation that will even take up even more room, and you'll just have to rearrange your files again. Fuck you, Apple. Fuck you. In every ounce of the word, fuck you on that one. Because it was so hard enough to rearrange my files the first time, but now I got to do it all over again. And it's a pain in the ass. Overall, the operating system's good, and the add-ons are really great and all, and some are just downright overkill, if not just to watch your applications constantly crash for no reason. But hopefully, after a couple of updates and all this, we'll have a fully working system. And on more of a side note, going back to Sony's PlayStation 3, yes, I know they're going to allow you to hook up external recording devices so you can upload your videos to YouTube and stuff like that and use commentaries. Now, it's not a big problem to me because I don't have any real recording videos to record my gameplays, and if I did, they would all suck. Mainly because I'm a casual gamer, and to the entire hardcore gamer, I don't exist. Even though there are some hardcore gamers who are like, oh, okay, you're a casual gamer. What is that supposed to mean? Other than being antisocial and trying to show how fascist you are against other people, for not playing your type of video games or the video games that they specify on the list that you have to play and complete on extremely hard mode no matter what. And if you don't complete them or even play them, you're not even within any kind of group. Oh, you're a bunch of fucking lunatics. Because then there are other hardcore gamers that will play, all those other games, but they don't want to play this one particular game, but they're thrown out because they're no longer called hardcore gamers because they won't play every single game. And if you take out just one little game or just one little level, you are no longer a hardcore gamer at all whatsoever. You are now just nothing more than a casual gamer and a whiny little bitch boy. Yeah, you know what? Hardcore gamers are a bunch of dumbass little impotent little shitballs who seems to think that the world exists and was built around them in some sort of spectacular way to benefit them and only them. I just can't wait until they hit their 30s, or at least maybe their 40s. Oh, that world's gonna come crashing down on them in so many horrible ways. It's gonna be funny as fuck. I'll probably be long since dead if most when those 5-year-olds or those 9-year-olds finally hit their 40s and hit that area where they just can't play those games anymore. But it will still be, the greatest meal I've ever tasted. I can't play my games anymore, I'm too old. I can't play them on hardcore mode. Look, if you want to play games on hardcore mode and all that, That's fine by me. But if you want to force everyone else and just, make your own little group and kick everybody else and act like that one boy who builds a fort and then puts a sign up there saying "No girls allowed." Yeah, or replace that with "No casual gamers allowed." You've pretty much made yourself the ultimate anti-socialist idiot on the planet. Because you are. You're worse than the little boy who puts up the sign that says "No girls allowed." Because at least the little boy has an excuse. He's a kid. Puberty hasn't hit him yet. You are just a social outcast who doesn't know when to shut the fuck up, or is going to have no friends whatsoever. Oh yeah, you'll have other friends who are just like you and have one and just like the little boy with the no girls allowed and have nothing but a sausage party. And who the fuck wants nothing but a sausage party, for crying out loud? That is disturbing in every fucking way. So grow up, understand that, us as humans, we're all built differently and have different likes and dislikes, and you're just going to have to accept that and shut the fuck up. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.